Hoyoverse versus Koro, Wuthering Waves versus Genshin. The feud that rocked the world. Or did it? Let's talk about it. What's going on, YouTube? Legend here once again. This time at you again with some more. Actually, but it's just some news in the Gacha gaming sphere. Actually, this right here, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, this is actually a chart showing how much these specific Gacha games have made in the past month, and then also compared to the month before, which was April. Never actually talked about this on my channel when it came to just the revenue, things like that, but it's something I always pay attention to. For those of you thinking, well, what's it to you to pay attention to the revenue of what these companies are making? You don't work for them, and so on and so forth. It's just fun to look at, you know. Sometimes when you're a competitive person, sometimes you like to just compare all kinds of metrics, you know. Like when I like to see the manga sales in Japan for some of my favorite manga and so on and so forth. I don't live in Japan, so I'm not part of those sales, and you know, it doesn't matter if my manga sold the most or not. Sometimes it's just fun to just look at these kind of things and compare. And, you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it feels good to see one of the things that you enjoy just succeed. You know, it's just fun to see and how it measures up to everything else. Now, recently, Wuthering Waves has come out. And it has been making some waves, no pun intended, right? You know. And it's been doing pretty good. It's been doing pretty good. And it's been making quite some noise. People have been basically declaring it as this game that's going to finally make Hoyoverse sweat a little bit, you know, because Hoyoverse has been rocking, has been ruling the video gaming, the Gacha gaming sphere with an iron fist. And as you can see, that continues here. Star Rail and Genshin to continue to top the charts, you know, and you know, people expected Wuthering Waves to be up there too. But as you can see here, that's not really what's happening, right? Now, first, I want to get this out the way. What Wuthering Waves is doing right here, that's successful. That is a lot of money. It made $24 million, almost $25 million in its first month. That is a success. So I want people to understand that, all right? Because I feel that people are comparing to the juggernauts, the giants that are Genshin Impact and Star Rail, and they're expecting everybody else to be able to compete. And if they don't surpass them, then they just think that this is a failure. It's not. This is a success, all right? This is good. But I would be lying if I say I didn't expect more. Because Wuthering Waves has been the talk of the town for a while. All the Genshin creators, all the Star Rail creators, everybody has been talking about Wuthering Waves, how it's doing good, how Hoyoverse was sweating, how they got these contracts out, trying to keep people from playing in the game and showing it and advertising, and everybody's been talking about all kinds of craziness. So I was expecting it to be at least in the top 3 there. But we got Arc Knights over here beating it. We got Solo Leveling, which I didn't. Their Solo Leveling Global, I didn't expect that to be at the top right there, which also came out last month. I didn't expect these. I expected to make around the same as Nikkei Global. You know, I didn't expect these things, but here we are. You know, here we are. I do think that reason being that Wuthering Waves didn't perform as high as I thought it would is for a number of things. One, they gave a whole lot of free stuff in the beginning, right? They gave a lot of free stuff just to right off the bat, regardless, because of the launch and trying to celebrate. And then they gave free stuff based on the mistakes that they made, right? Because there was a whole lot of stuff going on when it comes to translation errors, bugs, people not being able to even log into the game, all kinds of stuff that was going on. And they've released compensation after compensation, giving free 5-star and everything like that. And, you know, those type of things does take money out of the company's pocket. People like to say, oh, if you do this, it's for free. You know, you're not spending any money to be able to give free in-game currency or free characters like that. But it is taking away from what people would have spent. And I think that partly reflects there. And also the fact that they had those problems that caused them to give the compensation for. A lot of people weren't able to play the game, so therefore a lot of people aren't spending. And then the people who are in the game see that there's all kinds of trouble afoot, so they get hesitant of putting their money into the game too. And also, I think another thing is that I feel that when it comes to Wuthering Waves, it's opened up with the character Gion, and I feel like a lot of people actually want the character Yin Lin. So that's another thing, right? So just to say that Wuthering Waves isn't done. It's not out the fight in terms of getting the top spot. I do think that they will see an improvement within the next month, but I'm gonna say, even though I expected more, I still say it is a good start. It is a good start. It's within the top, we'll see. It's still within the top 7. Since even though it didn't have, like, typically the launch is like the peak of what these companies get, I don't think Wuthering Waves is the case in this situation. I will make my call when Yin Lin banner comes, and we'll see how it goes there. Because me, somebody who isn't even playing Wuthering Waves, I haven't downloaded it, I haven't started because I've been too busy and everything like that. For those of you who think that, oh, I'm not playing Wuthering Waves because of Genshin or Star Wars, anything like that. No, it's not because of that. In terms of how much time those games take up, like with me just playing like regularly, it doesn't take up that much time to where I can't play any other game. It's because I'm just busy overall outside of those games. But I do plan on trying to make some time to play Wuthering Waves, and one of the big motivators of that is I want to try and get Yin Lin. You know, she does seem like a pretty fun and interesting character. No, she doesn't look too bad either. But yeah, and I think that's kind of reflects when it comes to that. But if you want to take a moment to like look at the other stuff that's the other games that are within this here. Now, in terms of Genshin versus Star Rail, I mean, I do like seeing Star Rail being on top. I really do, because I feel like Star Rail is a game where it gives a lot of things that I asked for the company to do. They do deliver on a lot of the aspects that I do want. So even though it's the same company, I do want the company to understand which practices should get better results and which practices shouldn't, you know? And I do like seeing that, you know? I mean, obviously whoever wins regardless at the end of the day, but as long as the message is being sent, hey, this plan of action is better, you know? So I would always like seeing that. I'd always like seeing that. No idea what's going on in Arknights, never played that before, but it seems that it's doing pretty well. Naruto Mobile, okay, you know. Soul Leveling surprised me, because, you know, typically when it comes to these anime gacha games, like, you don't expect it to do too much, but seemed to have a hell of a launch, so much that it beat Wuthering Waves launch, which is wow, you know. Love and Deep Space, don't know anything about that, you know. Nikke, I actually do play Nikke actually myself, but yeah, you know, what can you do? I mean, well, I guess it does count Soda, the little bunny girl event. I guess that does count. So yeah, maybe there's that, you know, because I feel like the last Nikke shouldn't. I forget the name of the last one, but there's that. Fate Grand Order. Never played that, but I don't. This game just stays relevant. So all right, and AFK Journey. I don't know. A lot of people love this game, AFK Journey. I just don't see the appeal. I don't care for AFK games. It's just not my thing, you know. Even when it comes to Star Rail, I don't use the auto feature like that. So, but yeah, keep going in there. Snowbreak. I haven't played Snowbreak, but I've seen some of the stuff some of the content that it releases. Holy Jesus. Yeah, a little bit too far down the rabbit hole for me. So y'all enjoy that right there. But yeah, you know, doing pretty. So yeah, to go down. Holy, whoa. Tower of Fantasy, way down here. And it made an improvement though. Made an improvement. I mean, $1 million in a month is still good, but like, man. This was supposed to be a Genshin competitor. I played Tower of Fantasy for a while, actually. I did play it for a bit, like 6 to 8 months or so. And I just fell off because it just wasn't for me, you know? But I gave it a good shot. I definitely gave it a good shot, and man, it has fallen. It has fallen down. You know, not a dead game, but not as big as we expected it to be. But we're not gonna go over every single thing, just the ones that I really recognize. You know, I have a few friends that actually play Final Fantasy, Ever Crisis, but never gave it a shot myself. But yeah, you know, so that's really the revenue charge for when it comes to these games here. But we'll see how Wuthering Waves does in the future. We'll see how Wuthering Waves does in the future. I am curious to see if it could actually do good in the month of June. Even better for when the Yinland banner comes. I don't know how long. I don't know the banner cycle when it comes to that. I don't know when Yinland is coming, but you know, we'll see how she does, and then we'll truly see how Wuthering Waves stacks up to the juggernauts of Genshin and Star Rail. You know, we'll take a look. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys think that this Wuthering Waves intro was a big old flop, or do you think that, you know, that there is still hope and that you think that it's going to be able to compete for the top spot? Or do you think that it's just fine where it is and it doesn't need to be at the top because it's still within the top 10, which is good enough, you know? Let me know your thoughts down below. This is a discussion. Like the video if you like the content I am giving you here. Subscribe to the channel so you get more content like this. I'm found here. Legend out.